All right, we have to talk about a shakeup in the race for mayor. After months of speculation, Mayor Eric Adams made it official. He's running as an independent, but he maintains he's still a Democrat. Comes on a pivotal day for his former Democratic opponents. News 4's Andrew Siff live in Midtown with their reactions tonight. Andrew.
Right, Natalie, this news arrived right in the middle of a key candidates forum, the National Action Network chaired by the Reverend Al Sharpton, and then all of the candidates suddenly confronting the news that the Democratic primary is moving forward without the mayor. Mayor Eric Adams made it official.
Although I am still a Democrat, I am announcing that I will forego the Democratic primary for mayor and appeal directly to all New Yorkers as an independent candidate in the general election.
And his former rivals confronted the disappearance of the incumbent from the Democratic primary.
That was one of the worst kept secrets, I think, that New Yorkers have seen in a while. We could have figured that out. The breadcrumbs were already there.
He can't escape accountability at the polls.
That purple eyeshadow was crazy.
Corruption doesn't change our strategy at all because Andrew Cuomo is still running for Eric Adams' second term. The mayor's move to an independent candidacy didn't sit well with Democratic voters who backed him last time.
He started out good, really good, and I was really glad and happy, but I think he got lost along the way.
Today's development hours before the deadline for Democrats to hand in signatures and get on the ballot.
I wish him well. I'll see him in November. I expect to be the Democratic nominee. I think he knows that I have a very good chance to win, so we'll meet again.
Mayor Adams can run as an independent if he chooses. He can run in the Democratic primary if he chooses.
Former Governor Andrew Cuomo, who's been leading in the polls, could absorb much of the mayor's Democratic base. Meanwhile, since entering the race, Cuomo hasn't said much about his own 2021 resignation amid sexual harassment accusations that he's
fucking Al Sharpton, bro.
What is your message to the whip?
That motherfucking bobblehead son of a bitch, fucking Al Sharpton, man. National Network, get the fuck out of here. National Action. That nigga ain't do shit for us, bro. That nigga's an informant for the police. Been bringing down black folks for the longest, man. The fuck out of here. Go ahead.
Women of this city who feel like you have not acknowledged or been contrite about the way you treated your own staff before you resigned.
Yeah, we've discussed that many times. There was a report that was done about 4 or 5 years ago. I said it was a political report at the time. I said nothing was going to come of it, and absolutely nothing came of it.
Although, as a point of fact, the Justice Department did conclude in 2024 that Cuomo created a hostile workplace environment. As for the primary, all of the candidates' signatures are due tonight at midnight. We should know in the coming days just how many Democrats wind up on the ballot. We're live.
Predictions, since you love me or hate me, there's no in between. So my take on the Democratic Party with this bullshit, the National Action Network with the bullshit with Al Sharpton. Al Sharpton's a scumbag. He tried to sell 2 kilos to motherfucking FBI agents in Jersey back in the day in the 80s. He became an FBI informant for the get-go. That's why he didn't do shit for the black community. It is what it is. So he's a scumbag, bobblehead motherfucker. Eric Adams, you should still be part of the Democratic Party. They threw you under the bus because you said something about the migrants. Trump got you off. It's time for you to come to the Republican side or conservative. It is what it is. But running independent, I guess so, is pretty decent compared to being with them fucking scumbags on the Democratic side. At least you're trying to alleviate yourself from the Democratic plantation. Now you got all these fucking other Democrats running for, I don't vote blue, I will never vote blue, I will only vote red. I voted for Curtis Slowell. I voted over Eric Adams because I do not vote blue. They're fucking idiots. It is what it is. The DNC is a bunch of fucking liars, and they're the real Klansmen. We found out with doing research that they're the real Klansmen. They created the KKK to keep the black vote out and to keep the black Republicans out. And we was trying to run this place since the 1870s. But the Ku Klux Klan / Democratic Party was doing their damage at that time in that part of the century, in that part of the 1800s going into the early 19th century. So now, Eric Adams, I commend you for stepping up, doing what you need to do. Glad all the charges are dismissed, but do what you need to really do and be a conservative. You don't have to be a Republican. You be a conservative. Run independent. But you need to change ties and come to the Republican National Convention next time, because they don't love you. The Democrats do not love nobody. They got Jasmine Crockett running around here admitting that she was a fucking DEI hire. She said, you should hire me because I'm black. Bitch, that means you're DEI hire, stupid. This is what I'm saying. You got AOC with her dumb ass. You got these fucking appointed Obama fucking judges that's not helping out. Jessica Tisch and you just said, we got to reform the laws because as soon as a cop clocks in, he catches arrest at fucking 10 o'clock. The fucking purpose back out at 6:30 p.m. when he's clocking out. It makes no sense. Why do the cops? The cops need salaries of $100,000 or more so they can live in this fucking raggedy ass goddamn city that the Democrats that towards it. The only reason why New York City didn't fall is because Eric Adams stood up against the DNC, against the sanctuary city laws, and put more cops out there to do their fucking job. So the more shit we call on tape, the more things gotta rain. It is what it is that it was released later. But now that's why half of them was on a fucking plane anyway, getting the fuck out of here. Eric Adams did do a decent job, so I would vote for him as him being an independent. But I can't vote fucking blue or independent. I gotta vote red. So Curtis Stillwell, if he's still in the race, he will get my fucking vote, no matter what. In Democrat, New York City, has always been some bullshit. But like I tell you before, there's only two genders. There's only two. So whether you like it or fucking not, you fruitcakes and your alphabet mafia motherfuckers, it's what's going down. And you're not gonna like it when my man Trump's back in office in 2028 as VP or fucking Secretary of State, and JD Vance, we going strong. 8 years with the Republicans, we gonna do what we need to do, man. Predictions, decision, love me, hate me, there's no between. Like, comment, share, subscribe, help me on the fucking algorithm. You already know. Shout out to Eric Adams, get off that fucking Democratic plantation and be independent. It is what it is. But don't be a fucking Democrat. Don't say that shit out in public no more, because they're gonna hang you out to dry. Be safe.